after a bit of PHP, a bit of logic and a bit of Cinema 4D, I felt that I should stop neglecting this series and come back to do some JavaScript tutorials. Now in this one, I'm talking about global and local variables, and I won't be distracted by another message, hopefully, as if you've been watching the Cinema 4D tutorials. Now, local and global variables. Now I've just added another JavaScript file in this document here to show you what I am on about. Now, this is a local variable. A local variable is a variable that can only be accessed inside that function. So let's just create one quickly. Var, I'm going to call you ARR for no real reason, equals 10. Now, because it's in here, I can't access it out here. Let me show you what I mean by that. So we're just going to type in console.log ARR, Command R, and it says uncaught reference error, ARR is not defined. Now that's because I'm trying to call a local variable which is local to this function here. Close that. I'm trying to call it from out here outside the function. Now I can access ARR anywhere inside the function, as I will show you here. You can see that it's 10. Come back here. Now, as you know, as for global variables, they're variables which you can access from anywhere inside your documents. Now, let's say you've got a situation whereby, you know, when you start becoming a better programmer, you realize that the best code is split into different files, different JavaScript files doing different things, because when you have it in just one, it makes it a lot harder to maintain your code. I was just about to call it code. It makes it a lot harder to maintain your code. So what you want to do is you want to have each different action in a different JavaScript document. Just makes your life easier. And that what goes for all different programming languages. Now, let's say I put ARR in here and I copied you, Control X, come back here, and then console.log. Now, avoiding any embarrassment, you can see that these two, where am I? You can see that this ARR variable is accessible anywhere in this, anywhere linked in this document here. So that's example and example2.js. Now this is where the problem lies with JavaScript. Not with JavaScript, with our global variables. Because the problem with global variables is, if you're using them, it's highly likely that you're going to rewrite your variables. Now, when I fully understand the YUI module thingy, I'll make a tutorial in it which will hopefully help you to understand it more. But as for global variables, you probably don't want to be using them. And for anyone that's wondering why certain bits of their code doesn't work, it's probably because you have a local variable and you're trying to call it from a non-local position. It's a bit like trying to access your intranet from outside your house. It could be done, but you probably don't want to do it. But as for this tutorial, it's just been a quick one. A bit slower than yesterday. I haven't got any BBC programs to be running off to. But hopefully I'll get that YUI module out to you very soon. But the basics of this tutorial is you don't really want to be using global variables if you can avoid it. But there's a way to safely get global variables, if you see what I'm trying to say. And local variables are exactly what they say on the tin. They're local to that function. So as usual, guys, thank you very much for watching these tutorials.